Ready? If I make this, it's going to be a good show this weekend. Hey, Triple Crown here, January 26, 2024, day one of Culture Collision 2024 here in Atlanta, Georgia. You see the setup here. I'm helping my friend Justin and my friend Mike out and kind of be playing super utility man. Am I going to go walk around and shop? Yes, but you can see I also have a few of my cards set out in Justin's case, and I'm going to be helping him and Mike because, well, a big show like this, we're expecting a flurry of deals and a lot of cards to move hands. Let's go ahead and dive right into the show from both sides of the table. All right, we're starting off the show with a grown man getting excited over a Curtis Samuel card. My fellow Buckeye there on the 2020 Blue Ice Prism for my set. I was super pumped to find this. Anytime I can find a card for one of my sets at a show, it's always a huge win because sometimes they're just not readily available on eBay. He's got some nice, cheaper Bengals slabs here. And by cheaper, I mean under a couple $100 of some stuff that is super low numbered or very short printed. And because of that, I want to go ahead and try to make a deal on some of these to hopefully bring back home with me to Cincinnati. Can I see the Burrow in my house?
Yeah, like if you find...
And then the Optic White Sparkle as well. Thank you. Alright, I don't know exactly what these two cards have sold for in the past off the top of my head. Being shorter printed cards, you're not going to find a lot of sales history on them. But generally what I'm going to rely on here is the eye test. Do these cards seem reasonably priced in my head, and do cards that I have a better sense on, in the dealer's case, seem reasonably priced? And the answer to both those questions here is yes. I also watched this dealer make two deals while I was going through his value boxes and noticed that he was pretty reasonable and was willing to kind of wheel and deal on stuff. All good signs, all green flags to proceed with negotiations. These are from your 4 for $10, and then the whole stack I'd like to be at 140.
I think the best I would do on these is like 125. I haven't had this one in yet. So I'd do 15 on that one. I would do 100 on that one. 10 on these, obviously. I would do 160 at the bottom. Where were you at? 140?
Yeah.
160. I wanted to be at like 40 on that one. So I'll go down to 35.
Let's split the difference at 150. Call it a deal. I had a hunch that when I came in at 140 that he was going to bounce back at 160. 150 is really my max here. I maybe might add another $5 just because I'm going to be paying myself to buy that Curtis Samuel. You see, I get my cash ready to go here. Anticipating a deal to be made. Let's try to close it out.
Baby water? 155.
A little baby water, Joe?
I think 150 is all.
Hey, Alex, can I get a water from you?
Yeah.
155. It's fun. Appreciate it. Sure, thank you. Alright, I'm happy with this one. This guy told me that he kind of collects Burrow as well. I had a feeling when he said that getting that white sparkle might mean he's going to be a little more stingy on it. I might have to pay a little bit more than I wanted to, but considering I'm basically paying myself for that Curtis Samuel, more or less I'm going to get to where I want to be on this. On to the next one. Switching sides back behind the table, and I'm trying to sell my Anthony Richardson RPA. Now, one of the challenges of selling so much of my stuff recently has been that I have not been able to keep enough stuff in stock. And because of that, on the players that are pretty popular right now, such as Richardson, I'm going to have to be a little bit more stingy on my prices. I think I have this card at like 140. Market value is probably around 100 to 125. I want at least 110 for this, and you're going to see me be pretty firm here. Normally, I'm not that gung-ho about it. If I can make something profitable, I'll usually take it. But because I'm not able to acquire as many cards and make as many deals, I have to get more out of the deals that I am making.
Do 105.
110.
It's because, you know, that
I understand, man. 110 would be my best.
No, that's fine. I'll do it.
All right.
Good luck this weekend, guys.
Thank you. We'll see you.
And
I pay you small bills. You might need change.
Yeah, I'll take whatever you got.
Yeah, that's his card.
Holding my ground pays off. AR is going for 110. Happy with that one. On to the next deal. Switching it up yet again. You've seen me go out and shop around. You've seen me sell a card from behind the table. Now it's time for someone to come up to me looking to sell their stuff. And they initially approached Justin. He looks through it. This guy apparently has a lot of baseball stuff. That is more so up my alley since he doesn't do baseball. And I'm going to look through, see what he's got, and try to pick up a few things here early on. What do you have on these two here?
I'll do 120 for the both.
You said 120 for both?
Yeah.
120 is definitely not bad, just a little high from where I want to be. I would say anything under 100, I'd be really comfortable with. 110, I could live with, but ideally 100 or less here is what I'm going for. Could do 100 on the barrel.
100?
Yeah.
Do you meet me at 110?
I could do 100. All good?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Thank you. I love buying low-numbered Topps Chrome parallels, and I love buying autographs of baseball stars and Hall of Famers. Easy enough deal, on to the next one. I'm mostly going to talk over this clip here, but I thought it was interesting to include. You're going to see this large stack of cards that we're making a deal on off to Justin's right. I'm the one who's recording these numbers on the sticky notes on these cards. And what we're doing here basically is assigning a value to each individual card on what will be a very large deal. In fact, it's one of our largest deals of the weekend. Why do we do it like this? Well, there's a couple of reasons. Number one, whether it be a repacker or a big-time reseller who's going to be buying a lot of cards in bulk, what a lot of them like to do is they like to look at a card one at a time, kind of assign a value to that card, and then a buy price, which is going to usually be less than the value. What percentage of that value? I don't know. It's going to really depend on who it is, what it is, and how many cards they're buying. In this case, we're just going through each one, and then Justin will call out a number to me. I will write it down, and then I'll kind of keep a running tally on all the stuff. So you see here, he hands me that Anthony Richardson auto. I go ahead and write it down and sticky it up and then add it to the ledger. What this does is it has a multifaceted purpose. First off, we're not going back and backtracking. Oh, what did we say this one was? What did you want to be at on this one? Because if you're doing that many cards and then 10 minutes later you're deciding, okay, what are we actually settling on here for this? It's kind of wasting both our times, right? So that way we remember exactly what we said. And also it can prevent double dipping. When I was first starting out selling cards in bulk, one of the things that I would do is I would have people come up and they would negotiate a bundle price, and then they would try to get a discount on said bundle price, kind of double dipping with their discount. And I would agree to it, and then it wouldn't be until afterwards that I kind of realized, like, well, wait a minute, I already gave them a deal. Why did I give them a deal on top of a deal? That way it prevents you from double dipping on your discount and all that. So just showing you kind of how some of these large deals go down and how they are negotiated, at least from our point of view.
Oh, you want me to do it? I don't know.
Yeah, you're a third party, so we'll use your phone.
Hey Siri, flip a coin.
That's heads. Okay.
Man, you actually won something.
Like my coach Dan Gamble, I decided to go for a coin flip, gamble, and lose. So I have to end up paying a little bit more for these slabs. I actually ended up selling all three of them for a combined $375 the next day. Paid $290, so not bad for a one-day hold time. But yeah, I'm still not over the game. I don't want to talk about it. Let's move on. I'm going to pull it back up for you too, just to help you out a little. Working on a negotiation here for this stack of cards, and I'm trying to show the dealer something. He wants to look up prices on his phone, but the Wi-Fi is getting a little spotty at this point of the day with as much foot traffic as there is on the show floor. And because of that, since my phone's working, I'm just going to show him what I am looking at here. Gives a little bit more transparency and hopefully moves the deal along faster for both of us.
Okay. Gotcha. You said this is around 150 and you're...
That's where I kind of guessed at, in terms of where I would value it at.
All right.
Yeah.
You said this is, you were thinking this is around what?
20 probably. I saw that there was a 10 for like 30, and there was also a 9 at 30, but the 10 came after it about a month later.
The phone's not.
I can pull that one up too if
Please,
you need.
if you don't
yeah,
mind.
no
man.
worries at all.
My phone is not cooperating with me.
The numbers that I told you came out to 320, and I was trying to buy off. It would have been 240 on it.
I probably can't do 240. I could meet you somewhere in the middle a little bit. I don't think we're too far off. I think I definitely understand where you're coming from on that.
Which one is kind of like, where do you have the most hesitation at? Because if we can remove that, then we might be able to get it done a little easier. But what I'm trying to do here is to take out the card that he is a little bit more reluctant to move at the price that I want. I totally get it. If he wants to move 3 of the 4 at that price, that's cool. And then keep the one that he values a little bit more. Normally I can identify where someone's hesitation is on a deal, but he hasn't really given me any clues as to what exactly he wants to be a little higher on yet. So I'm going to have to kind of feel it out a little bit more.
What I paid for that's
okay.
That's the hard part for me.
Right. If you don't mind me asking, where are you into it?
I paid $75 for it.
Okay.
That's like, you offered $240, dude. If you'd come up $20 at $260, I'd do that. It basically gives me a wash on that card.
Right.
I could do that. I just.
If you, that's kind of, you know, if you came out ahead on these other cards, so that can help you like make it up.
Yeah.
We split the difference and call it 250.
Yeah, you got it, man.
Sweet. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
It turns out it is actually that Jameer Gibbs patch that he was a little bit more reluctant on because of what he paid for it. And we talked through it. We're able to get a deal done. A lot of what helps me get deals done is just understanding and communication, right? I wanted to know kind of what would make him comfortable and where his hesitation would have been to make this deal at. And because we were able to identify that, I could communicate my needs, what I wanted out of this deal. He was also able to communicate his needs, and I think that was crucial in us getting a middle ground. A lot of what helps me get deals done is understanding, communication, and trying to make it work for both sides, not just myself.
The Stroud stuff's been pretty hot. Tough to get at a good price. He likes a couple of your cars. The Stroud in the middle, maybe the CD.
Cool, yeah, let's work. Which one's the Stroud, the CD, and which?
To start off, take a look at the other ones too.
It's on 1,000 here and 5 here.
Yeah, I'm 1,005 on these.
Okay. Grab your popcorn and a soft drink. This is going to be a long one.
Basically, the bottom half is our buddies, this upper half is his.
Okay.
Well, obviously, you know, we're here to get stuff done. We're trying to make something work for a package deal for sure.
All right, I like the spirit of these guys. They want to get stuff done, so do I. Now, I'm shopping for Justin as well, and my rule when shopping for him is that any deals that I would make for him, I have to be comfortable making for myself. Meaning, if I do something that he wouldn't necessarily want to do, I have to be comfortable with taking the cards at the price that I wanted. Since I had done so well at the show, I decide I'm going to swing out of my shoes a little bit here. Okay, so I'm interested in Lamb, Burrow, Stroud, and Gibbs all together.
So Lamb, Stroud, Burrow, and then the Gibbs.
Yeah. I'd value that one closer to like 657, somewhere in between there.
I'm gonna be transparent with that. I picked this one up today. I bought it for $750.
I thought that one kind of looked familiar. That was actually the one that Justin had in his case earlier. Oops.
I think the last two were 1,000 something and 13, and then like before that was like 8 and like his red waves are selling pretty good.
Yeah. Which isn't bad. I heard earlier you're at 750 on these loves here.
Yeah, honestly I have someone who buys them at 7.
Okay.
That's me being transparent with that one.
Yeah, no worries at all.
This one, I mean the Fields Ice I got room on, which is I had it at 17. I think the last sale was like 3K on it.
I'm building this set. I don't have any of the big 5 quarterbacks yet.
Dude, the blue ices are so sick.
Yeah. I picked up one today, but it was Curtis Samuel. Not quite as exciting as that, but it's still nice.
It's such a good set.
Right.
Blue ices are so great. It's like what they did with 2020. Like every set is so fire. Prism they killed. The Contenders ice are so good.
Yep.
The dual flawless. I just sold my Herbert. I kind of like regret selling it because I literally like loved having that card.
Right.
Like I want Burrow's flawless so bad. I can't find the dual.
Dude, you and me both. You and me both.
It's so impossible. It's so annoying. That's the card I want so bad.
I'm not too surprised at his price on this love. He was one of the hottest names at this show. I was really hoping to maybe get that for my set and knock one of those big ones off the board, but quite frankly, it's probably a really bad time to be buying Jordan Love, given how red hot his market is, given that the Packers surprised a lot of people there at the end of the season.
I can work.
Right.
Do you want to keep this separate for now, or do you want to keep it in because I don't really know anything about it?
Right, we can take that one out. Like, I'm mostly interested in these two. I'm just trying to get you as like whatever helps you the most to get your number.
So I was at 15. I was at 15 on the two. So I'll work with you a little bit because you're taking 2.
Right now I have 3 numbers in my head for what I want to offer. I have a number where I'd be elated, a number where I'd be happy, and a number where I'd be pretty comfortable. I'm going to start with the elated number, and hey, maybe it will work out for me. Let's see. I'd like to be at 1150 on the pair. Hearing is usually not a good sign. Hopefully we're not too far apart, though.
We're going to these a little too low for me.
What do you think?
I think my bottom would probably be 13 on the 2.
Okay. Just these up here are yours, right?
Yeah, this is just me.
Okay. All right, at 1,300, I'm not scared off. I think we'll definitely get something done here. But my next offer is going to be based off the qualifying statement. I think my bottom is 1,300. That suggests to me that he's not definitive set in stone with that number, and there might be a little bit more to extract here. My next offer, I don't intend to get the deal done, but I think that it can at least move a little bit off that 1,300 number to get to where I really want to settle on this deal. See, the two I really want the most are the Stroud and the Lamb. Like, everything else is kind of like way above.
I mean, 13 is, I think, a really fair price for the two.
It's not unfair, I'll tell you that much. Yeah.
Very fair on those because color match is so sick. At 88, like PSA 10. CD's my guy too. I got a cracked ice in him. Like, I won't sell that. Like, I'm a Cowboys fan, so moving CD is a little tough.
I understand. I definitely get where he's coming from on that CD Lamb. I'm the same way with my Amon-Ra St. Brown stuff as a Lions fan. However, that might be a bit of a hindrance to this deal. I hope not. Maybe if I up my offer, it can get it done. That's the thing, like, if I take any of these down here, that doesn't really help you. So
no, because I don't even know what the price is on that. So he said what did he say, 150?
He said 150 on that.
And what did you want to pay on that?
I really only want it if I get those two.
Yeah, so I don't like.
Right.
I wish they were mine so I could help you out.
Right. Like, I would give you 13 with that.
Yeah,
but that doesn't really move the needle for you.
No, because I have no idea what he wants for that. Were you able to find anything on that?
I saw the decent unseen like 511.
Yeah.
But I know that is the 10.
Yeah, the 10s are solid. I think the last
1225.
I gotta be at 13. It gets me to my number where I don't even love the number.
Fair.
I just think it's very fair. There's not many red waves around here. And then PSA 10 solid.
I get it.
You know?
That's probably 90% of the day.
Last offer. I have to try it.
Yeah.
1250.
Be down the best decks and I'd be like, yeah, what about my rack?
It is somewhat encouraging that he didn't immediately say no or come back at 1300. I think he's at least considering the 1250 at this point in time. But I think Justin would be okay at 1300. For me, I really want to be at 1250 if I have to keep this deal for myself, because anything outside of that, I'd really start to get uncomfortable with this deal. I think I could live with 13 if I had to take it for myself, but I don't know. I'm a little hesitant at this point.
Yeah. It's like evening out for me at 13. Yeah, that's why.
Is the Lamb the one that, like, you're more hesitant on.
It's not that I'm hesitant. I just need to get like I don't want to like lose on it.
Yeah, I understand. So like that's the one that you think is like kind of holding things like.
No, it's technically both because that 400 sale did hurt me a little bit because I paid over that. To be transparent, I paid over that.
I understand.
But I think 13 is like where I need to be, and I think I'm giving plenty of room with that, with those raw sales at 1,000 plus now. His color matches are moving great.
We get a little off topic here, just kind of shooting the bull about some things, and what I'm doing is I'm trying to work up to 1,300 in my head, weigh the risk and reward at 1,250, and ultimately I decide I could live at 1,300. I would be comfortable at 1,300. But I'm going to try one last time at 1,250 to see if he will cave in. But this is the 11th hour. This is the last round. If he says no, I'll take 13. If he says yes, I'll take 1,250. Can't do 1,250.
Gotta be at
no
13.
chance. No chance.
13. I think 13 is so good. Lock it in, break the ice at 1,300. Our first deal.
See, I tried that too. I'll shake you at 1,250.
13, I gotta be.
I gotta admit, I'm having a lot of fun with this negotiation, if nothing else. This guy was extremely cool to work with and chat with in general. But he sticks out his hand at 13. I kind of did the same thing to him earlier at 1,250, so kind of giving it right back at me here. I love these negotiations. This is one of my favorite parts of shows. Okay.
Glad we got it done. Listen, I think it's a great deal. Honestly.
I had to go to war, but
listen, I came down to from 15.
All in all, this deal ended up taking about 20 minutes to complete, but we got it done. One of my favorite negotiations in recent memory. This was a ton of fun to work with this gentleman. I'm glad we got it done. Here's a look at a similar Stroud to mine, and very happy with it. Justin did end up taking these at 1,300 like I told him. He did move the Stroud the following day, and this deal looks to be profitable. It will depend on what he moves the Lamb for, but aside from a total catastrophe, he'll come out ahead on this deal, and this guy got his number, which is the best of both worlds, right? So that's going to cap it for day one. Day two coming up later this week. Take care, stay safe, be kind.